Bryan Karman writes, "Why did Birdman start as a small release? It has had so much good praise and has been discussed to be nominated for many awards. Don't they do test screenings and realize they have a great movie? Should it have been given a wide release from day one?"
Love that picture of Michael Keaton, actually. Here's the thing. It's not whether, look, they knew that they had an awesome film on their hands. The question isn't, though, do they have a great movie? The question that they ask themselves in determining what kind of release they're going to put out is how many people are going to go see it? How many people are going to give it a chance to know that it's that great? And they felt that a limited release was great. Now, look, there's been a strategy employed in the movie industry for the last while that made some sense, but I am starting to not believe in it. And the strategy was, hey, we got this great movie. Let's start it off in a limited release. Then 2 weeks after that, we'll roll it out to a wider, build some word of mouth, roll it out to a wider audience, stuff like that. And I used to like that approach. But now, I don't think it works anymore. And I'm going to use Birdman as an example. A lot of people were talking about Birdman when it came out and when it played at the festival circus. Everybody's excited. Everybody was talking about Michael Keaton and his performance in it, all that kind of stuff. And people were excited, right? The week it came out in its very limited release, me and Ann were in the AMC Burbank 16. And we ran into an older couple talking to one of the staff at AMC saying, "Are you sure you're not playing Birdman here? We're hearing all these great things about it," and it wasn't playing there. It wasn't playing anywhere in Burbank, like anywhere.
It was only at the Century. I had to go to the Century.
Yeah, it was playing maybe one or two theaters in LA in total, right? People couldn't see it. So what happened now is, I forgot that the movie was going to roll out to more audiences. So what happened was you get these people who are excited to see the movie because the movie's opening. They've been hearing all these great things about it, and then it's not playing anywhere near them. And then by the time you've rolled it out, it's out of mind. People aren't thinking about it anymore because they went to go see it 2 weeks ago. Okay, I couldn't. It's not my town. It's out of their mind. I don't think this slow rollout thing, I could be totally wrong. There might be studies to show that I'm 1,000% wrong. But just my anecdotal experiences has been, I don't think this slow rollout strategy is working. If you got good word of mouth with a good movie, release the damn thing. Let people decide and let them go and see it. Anyway, Mark, how do you see it?
I want to see the Google stats on the slow rollout, like what they did before. That's very interesting to me. I mean, I think that with a movie with any smaller movie, not necessarily Birdman, is that they usually start out on the festival circuit, and that's where they build a lot of their buzz, and then it'll be released into theaters. Now, with something like Birdman, I think that they knew was going to be an Oscar contender. I think the slow rollout works for that. I think with other movies that are independent films or smaller releases that people don't hear of, that don't have that Oscar credibility, that we don't think maybe they're good movies, but they're not going to be nominated, that's when it really gets hurt. Because even when you read about opening weekend, this thing opened in 4 theaters in New York, and it made like $500,000 per screening, or whatever.
$100,000 per screen.
Yeah, it sounds really good, but that doesn't goose people into the theater like it would if they hear Oscar buzz week after week after week after week. Somebody commented on the message board yesterday that they would love to see Birdman, but they don't feel like driving 8 hours to go see it. So I think that that's what you have to rely on with these films, is that word of mouth will get them into more theaters. That's unfortunately the way that it works. And when we talk about where the middle class of movies is going away, you have huge blockbusters and then independent films. The huge blockbusters are always going to be in every theater, and it's getting harder and harder for these small releases to make it into an opening weekend, make a big impact.
But the point you raised is a very good one. They didn't want to drive 8 hours. Here's the thing now, Birdman is now open in over 800 theaters across the country. That means it's playing somewhere near you. It's in 800 theaters now. It is, but it was in about 150 theaters or whatever number it was. That guy, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't even know it's playing at a theater near him now, because when he was interested in it, it was playing in 10 theaters, and he would have had to driven 8 hours. Now that window's gone now. Now that guy doesn't even know it's playing near him, and the opportunity's passed.
And he also went to a multiplex, like that's playing 16 movies. So I think he was one of those guys, like, oh, I'm going to go see Birdman, and if it's not playing, I'll see something else.
I'll see a horror movie if it's not playing.
Because it's convenient
time. Let's go see Luigi. You know, it's like, I'm torn about this issue because, number one, the limited rollout, it's all about money. Money, money, money. It's like, that's what it's about. It's like, we don't know if people are going to go see The Theory of Everything. It doesn't matter if it's got Oscar buzz or not. Are people going to go pay to see it in the theater? If it's selling out, they're going to release it wider. That's all it is. It's money. And that makes sense because we're in a business. The movies are about, you know, not just entertainment, but bottom line, is it going to make money? Birdman had that word of mouth. I think I agree with you. They should have opened wide. They should have trusted that it's like, wow, the buzz on this movie It's such an original film. It's gonna sweep the Oscars. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm gonna see it a third time. I think it's an incredible film. You should go see it if you haven't seen it yet. It's a cinematic masterpiece, incredible performances. Can't say enough about it. I'm glad it's got the larger opening now, that more people, but like that guy that you're talking about, he's not going to go see it again. He's just going to wait for it to come to, I'll wait for Netflix, or I'll wait for, you know, whenever I can rent it or whatever. He's lost that movie opening. So, you know, but who has the crystal ball? Nobody. So it is kind of that weird thing where our studio is going to take more of a risk, like, hey, we really believe in this property enough to not do this limited release, you know, Yahoo stuff, and let's get 500 theaters and see what happens instead of 5, you know?
Hey everyone, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.